Well, it is time again for our monthly series, Fitness 411. And since November is Diabetes Awareness Month, we want to learn more about the positive impact exercise can have on both the management and the prevention of diabetes. With me once again this morning is Chris Freytag. She is a board member at the American Council on Exercise, our partners in Fitness 411 in this series. Chris is also a personal trainer, a group fitness instructor, and contributing editor for Prevention Magazine. Chris, welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Terrific subject matter, very serious subject matter we're talking about today. And so before we get started, I do want to share a statistic that I think we'll hear pretty often this month, but it bears repeating. According to the American Diabetes Association, did you know that nearly 26 million children and adults in this country have diabetes? Now, that's approximately 8.3% of the entire U.S. population.
Wow, right?
Absolutely.
Staggering numbers. And diabetes is starting at earlier ages. We're seeing it in kids, we're seeing it in adults, so it's really an important subject to discuss.
And when we think about diabetes, we always talk about the importance of diet in terms of the maintenance, but how important is exercise?
Well, I'm glad you say that because we do. We think, what are we eating? Diabetes. We think those two go together, but exercise is a great way, as you said, to prevent type 2 diabetes and to manage diabetes. So really, overall healthy lifestyle can help you keep your symptoms at bay. And not only does exercise help manage your blood sugar, but it helps regulate your mood. It helps, burn off calories and manage your weight. There are so many benefits for exercise beyond just managing diabetes.
Well, you mentioned type 2, and so clarify for me, because I'm not sure of the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes.
So type 1 diabetes is when your body doesn't produce insulin. Type 2 diabetes is when your body is either A, not producing enough insulin anymore, or B, is resistant to that insulin. And we're seeing this type 2 starting in young kids nowadays, but also in adult onsets. So the key is being aware of what you can do to manage your symptoms, and one of them is exercise. Get your body moving.
So let's circle back to that exercise in diabetes, because we've talked about how important it is, but is there a limit to the kinds of exercise that people with diabetes should do, and also a limit to the length of time that they should be exercising?
Well, again, another good question, because a lot of times people with diabetes will fear exercise, but do not fear exercise. It's good for everybody, basically, for overall healthy living. So the exercise guidelines that we put out there is, first of all, we suggest 2 to 3 strength training sessions a week. Use your muscles every week. And if you can't do 2 to 3 days a week, maybe it's one body part a day or a little bit each day, but don't take that lightly. Secondly, we want flexibility training. So a lot of people are turning to mind-body exercise, meaning yoga, because it really does help, with the mental aspect of fitness, but also from the flexibility standpoint. So you want to stretch those muscles. You want to train your flexibility. And then, of course, what I consider to be the most important, aerobic activity. We suggest 150 minutes of heart-pumping exercise every single week.
Every week? Hopefully you can space that out a little bit.
You can, because remember the day when the government used to say, do 60 minutes a day. And what did people say?
I don't have the time.
I can't do it. I don't have time.
Right.
So we've said, okay, the responsibility is yours. Divide it up as you need to. 150 minutes of heart-pumping exercise every single week. So maybe on Monday, it's only 10 minutes based on your day. Maybe the next day it's 20 minutes here or 20 minutes there. Maybe on the weekends you get the family involved or friends involved and you go for that 45-minute walk. Divide it up, but think 150 heart-pumping minutes a week for overall healthy living.
And the best advice is always check with your doctor too.
Always check with your doctor before beginning any new fitness routine and or changing it up.
And so what kinds of precautions should diabetics take when they begin exercising or continue exercising? Should they take precautions that maybe somebody else doesn't have to take?
Well, they should definitely pay attention to managing their blood sugar, and they should work with their doctor on that. But the reality is exercise can help you like it can help everybody else for overall healthy living.
Can exercise, Chris, prevent diabetes?
I'm glad you say that, because the answer is yes. It can really help in the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and then it can help in the management of type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So get moving, everybody. If that's a message for this month, get moving. Get moving.
And so at the end of the day, the takeaway is?
Move your body.
I thought she was going to use another word there. I'm glad you didn't. Well, Chris, so good to see you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next month as this Fitness 411 series continues.
Thank you.
And if you want more information on the American Council on Exercise, check out their website at acefitness.org and look for the Get Fit section.